Welcome back to New Rockstars. It's our season finale of Rogue Theory, which means I'm back to get up. That's right, we already had to drop a bleep. That's for you, John Costa. Great editing all year long. It's our final episode of 2020, which means it's time that I make these people pay for their theory crimes. I've been watching all season long. I've been screaming at my iPhone, throwing it across rooms, unrelated to any of this. I think some of you guys are not going far enough down the multiverse rabbit hole. Some people have stupid theories about which villains are coming back. Somebody is just giving out roguies like they're nothing and ruining the inflation rate. Yes, those stupid sparkle bucks are worth nothing. You've crashed the economy of Sparkle Mania. I'm Filup Molina, and we've spent all year predicting, guessing, and theorizing about upcoming movies and TV shows here on Rogue Theory. And for this, the season finale, we brought back some of our favorite co-hosts to make the case for their roguest theories of the year. The theories to which we all said, holy shit, that's a rogue, so thought out, so fan servicey that Kevin Feige actually might steal this. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I'm not going to do this alone. You know, you can't have a judge panel without having it mostly be white people. I'm bringing on off-screen Zach is back on screen, and then we have a bottom face half Santa on one side and a top Santa on the other with Thomas Bechtold.
Yes.
Say hi, my fellow judges.
Thank you, Filup. Christmas is so important to me, Filup. It's a time to bring people together and celebrate with family. And I just really get out of here, Deadpool.
What?
Nice.
Oh my God! Was that to scale? Are you massive?
Was that Marina? That was Marina Mastros, wasn't it?
I'm 8 feet tall. That is my wife, Marina Mastros. Just kidding. I wish. No, that was my... I don't know who that guy was, to be honest with you. That
Deadpool to me.
Poor Deadpool's been waiting in the corner for how long?
Yeah.
The reality of this is that Tommy told his nephew to come do a fun bit with him, and then it's like he gets put on a costume, and all the bit was Tommy yelled at him to get off screen.
Yeah.
That's how I started on New Rockstars. It's the same origin story.
There are no small roles. There are only small relatives.
Yeah. All right, and then who do we got on our actual panel? Of course, we have Mr. Erik Voss from New Rockstars.
Oh, the court jester is now in control of the kingdom. Just kidding, Voss is ready.
Cool, Eric, I think we missed some of that. Seems like you glitched out for a second. We got Erik Voss from New Rockstars.
Hello, thank you for having me on your program.
Erik Voss from New Rockstars.
I came in with a big cactus.
There he is. That's the character he has to stick with the whole episode. We also have comedian and writer Jessica Clemons.
Hi! Oh, my voice cracked. Wow! But also,
Yeah, congrats on puberty.
oh yeah, thanks.
Hey.
Oh my God, that tree's falling apart.
I did a little bit, but don't tell my mom. Hello. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Clemens. Jessica, come on, Rogue Theory. All right, and then also we have comedian and writer Eric Owusu.
Hey, everybody.
Ew.
I don't have any Christmas decorations up or a Christmas tree. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I do have my Festivus light post back there. So that's what I'm celebrating in
An
2020.
aluminum pole. You got to do your airing of your grievances. Is it that the episode hasn't started yet?
Yeah, I do my airing of grievances later, but they're all Voss related, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. Let's get to it because people have waited all year for this season finale episode that they did not know was coming. So let's begin with Erik Voss. What theory have you brought before the Supreme Speculation Court?
Speculation, Supreme Court Chief Justice, and Associate Justices, may it please the court. I believe that's what they say. So this is a theory that keeps bubbling back up to the surface every episode of Rogue Theory, where I'm a panelist. I actually polled our lovely Discord supporters over what crazy theory I've speculated this past year, and it was a tie between this and another theory that Filup already gave me a golden rogie for, not to brag too much, earlier this year. But
you mean this golden rogie?
Daddy, baby hungry. But
What is happening?
so okay, I'm gonna dive into
Baby's
it.
hungry.
This is my theory for how Marvel will open up its multiverse, starting with its Phase 4 titles, and the Spiderverse. It's all connected, and It starts with Wanda. I don't know why. WandaVision, what the no matter how hard you try. I'm not going to do that the whole time. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. You almost retroactively lost your golden rogue.
Okay, good. Tableau will handle the rapping on Rogue Theory. I will just go into
drop
the
a clip.
I am gonna subscribe to Disney Plus.
There he is. We miss him. Okay, so WandaVision, my friends, is a mere weeks away, and it will be the dawn of Marvel Phase 4. Maybe they didn't plan it that way, but that's how COVID gods wanted it, and that's how we're going to get it. It is going to be a story that shows Wanda Maximoff living a series of hallucinatory sitcom lives within a pocket reality that appears to be projected from her own reality warping powers. She, as we can see in all trailer footage, is trying to invoke her love, Vision, back to life. But I believe these visions are not Vision. He is dead. The Mind Stone is destroyed. So these visions of Vision must be taunts by a dimension that is actually beneath our feet the whole time. Hell. 2 L's for this hell that is ruled over by my man, Mephisto. An entity that, despite not so far appearing in WandaVision trailer footage, is technically MCU canon, thanks to a nearly impossible to spot Easter egg in the first Avengers movie on a Shield file. They mentioned Mephisto. He's there, and he's here with us, among us right now. So, how do we get from there?
Satan is watching.
Yes, Santa is watching. He sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, and he knows when you've been bad or good, and you're battling
Wait, is
Thanos.
Mephisto supposed to be Santa?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a typo in an early comic, and they just f***ed up.
Okay, perfect, got it.
Mephisto.
So all the paperwork that was Shield paperwork is now Sword paperwork, and Sword is going to be in WandaVision. Sword knows all about the threat from Mephisto because they are a sentient world observation and response department. And what is a sentient world other than hell? And now we learn that Mephisto is the one hijacking Wanda Maximoff's mind. He is trying to trick her with a false dream life so that he can cross over into this reality and run amok. In fact, that version of Monica Rambeau that we see crashing through the observation barrier, that, my friends, is actually Mephisto breaking free. Thus, the devilish smile. Now, this is all going to end in WandaVision after its 6 episodes with Wanda feeling betrayed, bewildered. She is heartbroken, and she is going to suffer a psionic meltdown. And just like in the House of M event that this is clearly all based on, she is going to shatter the reality that we know of the MCU into various splinter realities. That is why WandaVision will be followed shortly after by the Loki series that is going to feature, based off of his jumpsuit, the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, the governing body that looks over alternate timelines and tries to prevent crimes and investigate crimes. That's how we're going to be able to keep a hold. We're going to see a nice hollow board with Owen Wilson, who's going to be like, oh, ka-chow, wow. Oh, Wanda broke it over here, but we also got Shang-Chi who's fighting in a tournament over here. And it's going to make a lot of sense because it's Owen Wilson. He's calming. Now we're going to move on to the next title on the MCU calendar, Spider-Man 3. Peter Parker is...
Eric, I'm sorry, Counselor,
yes.
if I can interrupt you. Just before we go too far, and to my associate judges, I want to point out, you can stop the counsel at any point in his argument. You may ridicule him.
What?
You may yell at him. You may kiss his girlfriend on the lips. Those are the only 3 things you may do.
Okay.
But I want to know, why does Mephisto, why does Miss Frizzle need Wanda in order to cross over? You were talking about such a powerful being. I mean, it seems like Wanda's only coming into her powers, and yet he desperately needs to put on a whole show for her?
Mm-hmm. Well, that is a very good question, Mr. Chief Justice, Judge Chief Justice.
You forgot my name.
Who are you? The Mephisto is banished to hell in the same way that you could argue hell was banished to her corner of hell that just has 1 L and they didn't realize another hell already existed. He is banished to that side in the same way that Dormammu can only occupy the dark dimension. Mephisto needs a conduit of Wanda Maximoff because she can convert reality. She can warp reality. And she is, while she is the most powerful Avenger, she is also the most vulnerable. because she doesn't have anyone to kind of explain to her what her powers are. So through her, he can use her to create this kind of pocket reality that is not a closed bubble, but is actually a gateway between worlds. Only Wanda Maximoff can give him that bridge between worlds.
Wanda is like a drunk operator of a wrecking ball,
Yes.
smashing through the
Also
wall
known as
between
Miley
realities.
Cyrus.
Yes,
Ah.
exactly.
Yeah, or Sigourney
My
Weaver.
Lady Cyrus.
Or Sigourney
yes.
Weaver.
Get
Wait,
away
in Ghostbusters.
from them,
In
you
Ghostbusters.
bitch. Oh, different Sigourney.
Yeah.
So, this nicely fits into what we know of Spider-Man 3 that will feature the Sorcerer Supreme, Benedict Cumberbatch, who is also playing the Sorcerer Supreme in a fictional reality, Doctor Strange. He is going to appear in this movie, and when we last saw Peter Parker in Spider-Man Far From Home, he was freaked out being outed as Spider-Man on big screens above New York's Penn Station, and everyone's always looking at those. So he has to flee. And where does he go? Well, he knows not too far away from Penn Station in Manhattan. If you look at a map, or if you're in New York, you just swing on down 8th Avenue till you get to Washington Square, and then that is where 177A Bleecker Street is. He crashes through that sanctum window.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pause you right there. Judge Thomas.
Objection!
Yeah, great. Thank you for waking up and joining us. Eric just gave us a lot of geography
Yes.
for New York.
Yes.
Now, residing in New York State yourself,
Yes.
How accurate was his geography there? Because we could throw his whole case out.
Well,
based on
Philip, I have been to New York City twice in my life. I have been to Toronto 130 times. So, as a expert in
Not what
both
I
of
asked.
those regions, let me just tell you, Rochester, New York, is a bit of a grid. Okay, there is the city of Rochester, and then outlining that is Greece and Henrietta and Irondequoit.
Great.
Next to
And to be
Irondequoit
clear,
is
these
Webster.
are nowhere near Manhattan, which
Literally
is where
7
we were
or 8
talking
hours
about.
away, but I'm getting there. Just past Webster is Ontario, and a little bit east of Ontario is Oswego County. Oswego is where Jerry Seinfeld went to college and where I attended college, as well
All
as
right,
Al
Eric, you
Roker.
may continue.
South of that is Mexico, New York, but not before you have to pass through Egypt, New York.
Justice Tommy
and
is
you're
censored.
just on
He's
your way to
censored.
Pulteneyville.
I'm gaveling him down. This isn't appropriate. Okay, so
I literally muted Tommy.
oh my god,
Wow.
Wow.
What happened
All right.
to democracy?
what happened?
This is absolutely a hell in the cell right here, guys.
Yep. I see Chief Justice Zach is taking notes, so I will try to be consistent going forward. So, why would you bring Doctor Strange into a movie if you aren't going to explore his multiverse hopping powers? Is Doctor Strange just going to teach Peter Parker magic tricks and balloon animals? No, my friends. He is going to introduce Peter into this crisis created by Wanda Maximoff, in which realities are splintered and all kinds of chaos is happening, because now the real problem for Peter Parker is that he is being targeted. Am I muted?
No,
Just
Tommy
kidding,
got
guys.
on
Did you
a
guys think I
terrible
was
rant.
really muted?
He's pulling the old glass door bit.
What is reality? I am the Sorcerer
I
Supreme.
muted him.
Now he's muted.
These judges are so wild.
Excuse me, what?
Oh my god.
Miss Clemons, do you have something to say?
Jingle, jingle.
I can't handle the truth.
It's a cat.
How'd you unmute yourself?
Okay. So, Peter is being targeted by Sinister Six villains from different realities in the Spiderverse. To me, that is the clearest explanation for how Jamie Foxx Electro is coming into this story. Even if he is different, slightly different looking than Dr. Manhattan as he was in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, he's going to be in this movie. There's even rumors that Alfred Molina as Doc Ock is going to appear in this movie as well. Each of these Sinister Six
Objection!
villains...
Objection! I really hope that happens.
Yes, okay.
I really, really hope that happens.
Sustained.
Objection!
You can't do that.
Objection! I don't want
Yes.
that to happen because I wanted to be Catherine Hahn. I wanted to be Olivia.
Hey, why not both? Why not both? So, because this Sinister Six from different corners of the Spider-Verse are now targeting each of their respective Peter Parkers, that's what Doctor Strange is going to help Peter Parker with. He is going to form an alliance of live-action Peter Parkers and maybe even an animated Miles Morales. We're going to see a Tobey Maguire Peter Parker cameo in there, and we are going to see an Andrew Garfield. I would even argue that we have already seen a clue of Andrew Garfield Peter Parker, because in the one image that we have seen as of this taping, Tom Holland's set photo, there is a specific gloved sleeve in that frame. That is exactly what Andrew Garfield is wearing as his Peter Parker in both of his movies.
You mean this kind of sleeve?
Yeah,
right?
one with
Like,
the glove
it's
with
like
a
his-
hole for the thumb.
So just a glove.
Just a or
I like a freak.
a sweatshirt. So it's gonna end with that crisis briefly solved on Peter Parker's corner. It might even set up a Gwen Stacy and a Miles Morales live action in this universe. Hopefully, Caleb McLaughlin playing Miles Morales, that'd be great. But I know there are lots of great options that are out there.
Now, I gotta wonder if he's upset where we just lost this thread of Wanda Maximoff.
Oh no, my friend, because we still have the finale of this multiverse crisis in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. A story that will be directed by Sam Raimi himself, king of the Spiderverse, who knew that Doctor Strange was in this world back in Spider-Man 2. So he's going to direct the post-credit scene of Spider-Man 3 that is going to set up this multiverse crisis. You're going to see Wanda Maximoff in all of her fiery glory that is in the midst of a multiverse crisis. She is going to be the villain of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We already know from Kevin Feige that she's going to be in this movie. But the issue is Doctor Strange is not going to want to destroy her because he doesn't want to do any harm. He took a Hippocratic oath. And in fact, that oath has informed his entire MO as a doctor in Marvel Comics. The Oath is one of his most famous comics that they definitely used to inspire the first Doctor Strange movie. However, his antagonist, in addition to Wanda, is going to be Mordo, Baron Mordo, who ended the first Doctor Strange saying too many sorcerers. One of those sorcerers, Wanda Maximoff. He is going to be hopping through the multiverse trying to kill her. Doctor Strange is going to be in a race against him to get to her first so he can try to heal her, not kill her. He's going to need some help, though. In addition to people like Wong, he's going to have America Chavez, the star-kicking badass who's going to hop through the multiverse and is going to help Doctor Strange. I believe she has already been cast, Xochitl Gomez, right? So it's going to, throughout this journey, Strange is going to be teaming up with various alternate reality Avengers. We're going to see Captain Britain, who was teased in Avengers Endgame. We're going to see a new Wolverine. We're going to start to maybe plant some seeds for the Illuminati with Doctor Strange. We might even see, my friends, alternate Sorcerer Supreme, including Tony Stark as an alternate Sorcerer Supreme. Robert Downey Jr. showing back. They already have footage that they shot for Infinity War that they could just drag and drop in this movie of him in the Cloak of Levitation.
And you know that Marvel decides based on the footage they have in their Dropbox.
Right. That's how they piece these together. So Doctor Strange is going to end with a kind of mind battle with Wanda. It's going to be kind of like, imagine a chess match with the two of them going back and forth to try to settle her mind and bring her back home. And it's going to happen with a No More Mutants convergence, where all these alternate realities are going to converge onto one reality. And she's going to say whatever, no more, whatever it is. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. But post-credit scene, my friends, Doctor Strange is going to wake up in this combined reality. And the chess match that he is in is not with Wanda Maximoff. He raises his eyes to meet those of Professor Charles Xavier, who moves the white
Why is he in a
pawn
chess
and
match with
says, "Shall we begin?"
And he doesn't know who that guy is, though?
He says, "I'm Professor Charles Xavier."
He's like, Howie Mandel, I'm a huge fan.
Exactly. I'm Professor Xavier. I'm going to be very important.
My name is
sit down.
Charles
Professor Charles Xavier
Xavier.
is someone he might meet in his journey across the multiverse, and he realized that there's this other guy who's kind of a similar figure who's just up the river in Westchester County, and they're old friends now. And now
Westchester County is right near Albany. Albany is next to Schenectady, which is where they do the lottery.
Okay, great. So, Eric, Tommy has to keep unmuting himself.
So rude.
I just love that I have the control to mute him. Okay, so Eric, well, actually, first, just as Zach, did you actually write anything useful, or was it
I
just
did.
scribbling?
I mean, this is mostly a shopping list for later, but I do have a few observations there, Eric. First off, I love your referencing of Mordo's Too Many Sorcerers. How is that not the subtitle of the second Doctor Strange movie?
Oh, yeah.
Too Many Sorcerers? Anyways, you mentioned a lot of great characters, including Mephisto, playing a huge role in these upcoming properties. who's your casting? Do you believe the Evan Peters rumors there that's the role he's going to be playing in WandaVision?
I do, Mr. Associate Justice. I do think Evan Peters would make a fantastic Mephisto, and they could even work in a cameo with his Quicksilver, because if Mephisto is a devil and the devil takes many forms, he could shapeshift into just briefly, a version of Quicksilver just to with Wanda.
Are we referencing? Well, and she's like, "Who the hell is this? It's the guy from American Horror Story season 1."
Yeah, and that's
with my brain.
That's the version of Mephisto I want to see. I want to see the dark Evan Peters from American Horror Story, as opposed to Peter Maximoff from the Fox X-Men movies.
All right. Well, we're all in on this theory. Now, Eric, while the Associate Justices and I confer, I'd like to ask you to remove your headphones so that we can go into private deliberation. Thank you.
Oh, he's naked
right.
now.
No, Eric. All right. So, what do you guys think? I mean, a lot of detail certainly, and pretty big.
A lot of pretty expansive theory. Love the inclusion of Mephisto, but if he said his name one more time, he was going to see my fists, yo.
Right. I feel the same way about that rhyme.
Yeah.
And Zach.
I thought it was well researched. It was exhaustively reported, literally. My one knock, I mean, he mentioned so many Marvel properties, no love for the Eternals. Seems, is he thinking that's going to be a total one-off kind of offshoot that will have no repercussions afterwards? I think that was the big flaw in his argument.
He's threatening me via text right now.
He's reading lips. I can see him.
I can see him.
And my issue, though I think I kind of want to give him one chance on this, is how cowardly was his. She says no more something or other.
Yeah.
And he didn't decide what that noun was. Now, let's give him one chance. If he has a good answer
if he
for
sticks
that,
the landing here, he's back in on my.
Then he's back in. But right now, he's on my shit list. Eric, you can put your headphones on. Yep.
Yes.
These
Eric,
arguments.
The Associate Justices and I have one follow-up question. You have 5 seconds to answer it when you're ready. Are you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. One of our big issues is you had Wanda Maximoff exclaim an iconic line, and yet you did not tell us what she actually says. So what did she say? No more what?
Oh,
5?
She says no more multiverse.
All right.
Tommy, you're cut off. Tommy, we can't see you.
No. Now I have Tommy's body. It's great.
It's Philip's crotch. So for me, it's just like, oop.
All right. That's what I believe they do in the Supreme Court. And then somebody bursts out the doors and they're like, "He said no more multiverse!" And people start screaming and cheering.
That's exactly
We're saved.
Yeah, that black and white man cries. Okay. All right. Eric, a great job. Fantastic work. As you know, just like the Supreme Court, we won't tell you whether or not you won until 3 to 6 months from now. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about some other winners. And that's specifically HelloFresh is our big winner of sponsoring this episode. Guys, HelloFresh is awesome, actually. You can get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store that nobody wants to be making right now. I'm not doing any of these right now. Instead, you just do home cooking, which is easy, but it's fun and affordable when you do it through them. The recipes are really easy to follow. Eric managed to do one very recently.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Eric?
I took the knife and I took the fork and I went smash, and I turned on the stove and then food went in my mouth.
It was delicious. This is a true story. When I used to live with Eric, he decided he was going to start cooking to be healthier, and he just learned how to bake pizza dough and make pizzas for every meal.
I made the pizza instead of defrosting the pizza. I made it.
That's how you do
And
it.
I added all the cheese I wanted.
That's when you gained like 45 pounds that summer. But he wouldn't do that if he had just used HelloFresh. They got simple steps and pictures that would have guided him along the way. HelloFresh's streamlined supply chain means produce gets to you faster and fresher than it gets to the grocery store, which is so mean to the grocery stores. But I mean, do they need it? I personally have really enjoyed working with HelloFresh recipes that I made. I'm crazy busy all the time, and it's nice to be able to just get like a really delicious, pretty healthy dinner quickly without needing to rummage through my fridge and just like force some things together. They just tell me everything. You can easily change your delivery days or meal plan preferences and skip a week whenever you need right on the HelloFresh app. Go to HelloFresh.com/Rogue90. Remember, Rogue is not spelled Rouge, everyone. Look at the name of the show, Rogue. ROGUE 90. Use code Rogue90 to get $90 off, including free shipping on that food before those greedy grocery stores get it. $90 off, free shipping. Use code Rogue90 at HelloFresh.com/Rogue90. Tommy, what kind of meal do you have prepared for Christmas?
Oh, for Christmas, I've already started baking my special pie. I'm friends with a local barber who has had a series of mishaps lately and has been, let's just say, clumsy with disposing of the bodies. And I've created a simple solution. It's Ice Cube and Omar Gooding. And Kenan Thompson as well. Was Omar Gooding in that movie? I can't remember.
I don't know, but you better be right.
The internet will drag me. I was thinking of Kenan Thompson, for some reason said Omar Gooding, which is not even close. Anyway, Kenan Thompson's also helping me with my bakery. And we're also going to have a ham. We're going to have a ham.
Okay, great. That could have been the answer.
Just edit that. Hey, John, we'll try this. Great question, Philip. I am going to have a ham.
That's awesome.
Hang on, let me try that one more time. I've killed before.
Okay, great. And we here at New Rockstars have killed before. You know what killed before was Game of Thrones. But the only thing that we're happy to go back and do is watch it on mute and look at those glorious, glorious, sweet beards on that show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say boobs.
Those two, those hairy boobs, and those hairy Northerners. They could have probably, especially with the hairy boobs, used our wonderful sponsor Manscaped. Eric, are you manscaping right now? There you are.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm doing it right now.
You're midscape. Yeah. Let the hair escape from your manhood.
Don't talk to me.
With Manscaped. Yeah. The Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer could have helped prevent nicks and cuts that Eric has suffered for years. Westeros has also seen enough bloodshed already. So the new Lawnmower 3.0 is waterproof with advanced skin-safe technology, and they even have a light to help you shave everywhere. Ooh. They've also, just if you want to shave in the dark and be real creepy about it, they've also got the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer to make sure your facial hair doesn't, trespass that north of the lip wall. If you got smelly feet, Manscaped can help you with their foot duster, foot deodorant. Oh. Manscaped is just trying to make men do right by their women, or other men, actually. And it's just anything that they can do to fight the odor on those real funky feet, like Sandor Clegane level funk. You want to smell good everywhere? The Refined Cologne by Manscaped is clean and fresh scent, designed for the refined gentleman. Guys, would you like 20% off and free shipping?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Always.
Great.
Yes.
Great. Hey, Philip.
Yeah.
Could you send me one of those ear and nose hair trimmers? My crotch has been naturally hairless since birth, but my ears and nose are just an absolute rough patch right now. I got to say, I'm hitting with a pitching wedge, and I'd love to be using one of my long irons. So
wow,
great. Well, Tommy, you can order those yourself if you use the code Rogue Theory at Manscaped.com. You'll get 20% off, 100% off of your nose problems, but 20% off your order and free shipping. That's 20% off is free shipping at Manscaped.com. Use code Rogue Theory. Be sure to join the Manscaped movement. It's a movement, people. These products are no joke. Zach wrote that joke.
You know what I like? I like
Zach,
about
I feel like you do all of these.
Zach,
I like that the last one was a seasonal winter joke, and the rest of it was about Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Winter is coming. Oh, Jon Snow.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
I'm a fool.
Hair in your crotch is coming.
Did you just clap so hard that your camera moved?
No, I hit my headphones. You know what? I don't want to talk about it. I don't know.
Johnny.
This show, I'm getting out of here.
Stop attacking Tommy.
Once I found out I wasn't going to get an ear trimmer on the house, I really shut down emotionally.
Yeah.
Tommy, what does the bottom of your sweater say? Gangsta what?
Rapper.
Gangsta
rapper.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. I don't love it, but it was aesthetically the best looking one at Walmart. There was one that was a T-shirt that was a pissed off Garfield, and it with a thought bubble that just said, "So what? It's Christmas." And I that's like what it looked like. He was thinking. I really wanted to get that one, but I thought it didn't just go with my jovial personality. So
I confused that image of Garfield with like on the back of a truck the
peen
Calvin.
Same.
So I thought it was a peen Garfield.
I'm gonna reenact what the shirt looks like.
Oh, he's a grumpy boy.
Yeah, like
I
That's
like
also
it.
the Christmas Grump movie poster.
Yes. The Christmas Bastard.
Starting-
This year on Hallmark,
All
on Sci-Fi, a Christmas
All right,
Bastard.
John, go ahead and Photoshop that for us. All right, can we blur Tommy out? He's doing
You can
blur.
Can we fly in Marina
Okay.
Mastros to fill in for Tommy for the rest of the episode?
Can we also blur Zach's pen fetish? Just gross.
I hate
hate
this.
I hate it.
I hate it so much.
Well, Jessica, why don't you take over then with what theory you dare to bring before the court?
I have a theory that has so many holes, you guys will have to interrupt me so much.
Don't threaten us with a good time.
Yeah, I'm threatening you. I'm threatening you with the best time.
All right,
When
let's
you
meet
guys,
those holes.
let's see them holes. When get in the comments. So when you guys reached out to me about this, I was like, not only do I love this topic, not only do I want to talk about it all the time, so much so that I wrote 2 pages of notes for it.
God.
So
Damn.
I'm gonna try and keep this brief.
Jessica, I gotta tell you, there is a rule on Rogue Theory. Whenever you show that you took notes, you're no longer allowed to use your notes.
I can try. Give me. I will look at. Oh, okay. Let me try.
All right.
If I look down,
I
it's
believe
because
in
my
you.
zipper's undone. It's not because I'm looking at these papers.
Great.
And I'm not gonna pull it back up. So last time, the theory that I like to pitch that was when I was a young sapling was how the next Avengers movie villain would be Doctor Doom. And Doctor Doom would be played by Giancarlo Esposito, and I still stand by it because that man is hot and so is Doctor Doom. Get at me. So if Doctor
What
Doom,
does he look like?
Giancarlo?
No, Doctor Doom.
He's got metal skin. He
Ooh,
wears a
that
green
metal
tunic.
skin and that cape and that
I love
Do you
that.
find
angry.
toasters attractive?
Yes, and microwaves,
Oh.
but we will talk about that another
She's got
time.
a parking meter fetish. She likes upright vacuum cleaners.
All I'm saying is this Black Friday, I was online shopping. I was on it. So there's my first hole. How hot is Dr. Doom? So
I love
pitched
when a woman tells me, "Here's my first hole."
Dr. Doom.
And then
So,
follows that as Doom.
That's what she calls it. Yeah.
That's a fun. I'm gonna do that. So Dr. Doom is gonna be the villain, and in what capacity? What the is he gonna be doing? I'm sorry, John. What is he gonna be doing? He's gonna be fighting in Secret Wars. So I love Secret Wars, and when I say I love Secret Wars, I'm talking about the 1980s version and the 2015 issue. I'm not talking about Secret Wars 2, where Beyonder comes back down to Earth. Though that is very fun, I'm not about it. So I think, in my opinion, that my zipper's down. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
So there's
Something was real funny down there.
there's 3 ways we can handle this. So I'm going to talk about how it can be done, how Disney will do it because it will make them so much money. And I'm going back to my notes. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Why Doctor Doom would replace Beyonder, in my opinion.
Are we going to get a Secret Wars summary here? Or do we
Yeah.
have to
Oh, I
pull
guess
one
I
out here?
should. I should give you guys one. So basically,
Without
1980.
your notes.
I didn't write this one down. I didn't write that down.
Okay,
So
okay,
I guess I could say it. Okay, so if we're talking about Secret Wars 1984, where like it was basically, I'm trying not to spoil. Well, I'll just jump down to my third one. Why Disney will make a lot of money off of it. Secret Wars, the first one in 1984, was created for merchandising completely and all that it was for. They were like, how are we going to sell and pitch these villains? No one wants a supervillain unless they are on alongside with a bunch of superheroes. So they made Secret Wars, essentially. And it turned out to be a hit. So Disney would make a lot more money from doing Secret Wars because they have all that merchandise that can come with it. When we saw Baby Yoda, we immediately Googled how to purchase Baby Yoda. And then there goes Build-A-Bear creating Baby Yoda. So, of course, Disney's like, Secret Wars? All these villains? All these heroes? Cha-ching money. All the Disney execs right now, their ears are going,
Real quick, just very easy, disgusting shout out to the Baby Yoda name reveal shirt available on EpicHeroShop.com. Easy shameless plug.
Plug
Please
it.
continue,
Plug
Jessica.
it. I love it. And
I hope they do a gender reveal for Yoda too. Like I for Baby Yoda.
Did you see Alderaan?
Stop.
It's brown.
So Secret Wars, the 1980s version, all the heroes essentially just pop up on this planet. They were in the middle of doing their own tasks. Some were in the kitchen, some were, I'm making this up, some were in the toilet, some were honestly just catching the bus. And then all of a sudden, poof, they wound up on this planet. They don't know how they got there. On the other side of the planet are the villains. And it's every villain you can think of and every superhero you can think of. Scratch that. It's the most popular ones that would make money because, again, this was for merchandise. They're not going to pull out some crazy weirdo that no one wants to see. They're only going to bring out the stunts. So they brought them all out. They brought out Galactus. They brought out Ultron. And it was insane how these people fought. Because only one for each team was fighting for actual reasons. Everyone was like, let's kill the villains. Let's kill the heroes. And there we got Doom and we have Captain America that are like, that's not what we should do. We should try figuring out why we're on this planet. And then it just goes to chaos. The 2015 issue, they wind up on this planet. Their memories are wiped completely. And Dr. Doom is the god of the planet. And essentially, that's all you need to know because it gets crazy from there. That's where we get the zombies. And we get just like a bunch of Hulks and a bunch of Thors, and I love it.
Thank you. No, that was a great summary. Very good. I was partially distracted by Eric's own reflection behind him. I just realized it's back there.
Oh my God. That's just my twin brother. He just likes to watch me do my thing.
Tell him to sit up straight.
He's got bad posture. It's been 31 years. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I did look at my notes again. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was trying to pamper you.
Oh my God, I shouldn't have said anything. so how we can do it?
Objection. Do any of the Hulks kiss while they're on the planet?
I will say yes.
So like Gray Hulk and Red Hulk might see what it's like.
I'll be here for it. Will Disney be here for it?
Can you give us a full summary of Grey Hulk and Red Hulk's relationship over the years and how it's changed in the nuances?
And how they're on Secret War now and they're just, there's a lot of them and then they just kiss.
Great. All right. A love story that
the defense rests.
Ages.
Kiss.
I rest my case. I rest my kiss.
And then they smooch. I don't know what else they do.
Jessica, it's okay.
They do weird
You're doing great.
sex things. I don't know. What do you want from me, Tommy?
That's not what I want. Why is this on me? I just asked if they kiss. You went to weird sex
Tommy,
things.
I muted Tommy.
Okay, perfect. So how we can do it. So we have, I think that we should be pulling, which I did say this in the first Rogue Theory where I brought these all up, that we should combine both the 2015 issue and the 1980s issue because we have Dr. Doom, who's a god, who literally rips out the spine and head from Thanos in the 2015 issue. And then we have all the Thors and we have all the Hulks, and the Thors are just policemen of this of Battleworld. I think we should pull from that, but we should use the chaoticness from the 1984 version where he has all the power in the world, where he basically destroys. He doesn't really, but essentially beats Beyonder. So I think if we have those two issues put together, we can get what I'm talking about. And now
Jessica, this is very delightful. I'm just gonna point out you have huge appearance of Beyonder, you have a huge appearance of Doctor Doom. From what I'm understanding, these characters just suddenly show up in the MCU.
Can I say my trailer?
Oh, please.
I was gonna follow it with the trailer. Okay. Let's try. The two-parter. We love those two-parter movies. Both are 2.5 hours long. Too long for one movie, so it's going to be a two-parter. We have a bunch of people in New York, of course, eating lunch at a little diner, a little bistro, whatever you want to call it. They're all enjoying their nice day. And then all of a sudden, the skies get dark. The ground starts to shake. Everyone stands up. What's going on? A hole just blares out in the middle of the street, sinking all the cars. A child's falling in one of those major holes. It's like an earthquake, but it's not. And when the child is falling through, he's like, Mom! They're like, eh! And then it cuts to an underground bunker where Nick Fury's standing there looking at monitors of all these things happening around the world. And here comes Anthony Mackie running in, and he goes, tell me why an earthquake just sank all of Queens. And Nick Fury goes, that's no earthquake. Cut back to the scene of the crime. Here comes Dr. Doom stomping in, and he goes, Reed, show yourself! And everyone's just confused and screaming. And then out from the sky drops Captain Marvel, and she goes, I was all the way by the Milky Way, but I ain't no Reed. And then she's about to fight, and here comes Spider-Man, who's like, I'm about to join in. Thor comes in. He's like, what's going on? And then behind Doctor Doom, we see Enchantress. We see Volcana. We see Kang the Conqueror. And it's too soon in this trailer for so many people to appear out of nowhere. We haven't even seen some of these people. What's going on? A giant beam of light shows up. And from the point of view of Thor, his eyes close, open, and they're on a decaying world where nothing is living. It's just disgust. And when he opens his eyes, he looks around. He sees heroes that we haven't seen in the MCU yet. We see heroes that were dead once, but now they're back. And then we see some heroes that are just, what the am I doing here? And then on the other side of the planet, we have these supervillains that open their eyes to a foresty, grassy meadow. And they're like, what's going on? That's when the trailer goes black. I have to look at my notes for this part because I quoted it. The screen goes black, and all we hear is, I am from beyond. Slay your enemies, and all you desire shall be yours. And it goes, Avengers. I guess you call it 4. 5. And then I guess you say 5.
I guess you would call it
because
4.
you call it fantastic.
I gave you too much of a
5?
trailer that you got to pay me, Disney, for the title. So that's what you're going to get. So
Wow.
I don't know if that completely answered your question of we have all these people showing up.
Actually, my question was, did you really just bring in huge characters and give them no backstory? And you answered it with adding 10 more characters
Yes,
that
I
we
did.
brought in suddenly with no backstory. I like the balls on you. Jessica, will you please take off your headset?
Oh my God, of course.
I mean, I say we call it right here.
I think we got to
Best
send her
theory of the
to
century.
prison for life. I think she needs life in prison for that. No possibility of parole.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing. You did free food.
Yeah, and
yes, Zach.
the jails that I've designed are more like fun houses, torture chambers, if you will.
I have a lot in my yay and my nay column here. As far as the yays, who wouldn't want?
Con.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want giant, Mortal Kombat-esque battles between a ton of heroes and a ton of villains? I also think it's a fun way to introduce a lot of characters. I'll give her credit for that. Like, just throw them into this, and like we just see a Kang the Conqueror doing crazy things, and like it's almost just a tease for future properties. Of course, like I think Filup, you pointed out rightly, the MCU famous for taking multiple movies to establish characters and not necessarily throwing dozens at us in the course of one. That's going to be tough to get over, but I love the gusto.
So after Schenectady, New York, you get just a little bit further. For these, it's a bit of a it's a bit of a no man's land. It's,
All right, he's unmuted. All right, Jessica, go ahead and bring your headset back up. Headset, Jessica.
Yep, she's not paying
eyes
attention.
up, eyes up. Yeah, headset.
This was a bad idea. How long were you guys doing that? I'm sorry.
Well, Tommy's still going, as you can tell. He's
He's
doing
Tommy, I see you.
Seasons of Love in American Sign Language. All right, Jessica. We think it was very ballsy. We were very impressed with a lot of what you brought, and we're very excited for that terrible movie poster that would have to fit that whole name on it. There was consensus that it does feel like the MCU might not jump directly to something like that. But hey, you know what, Jessica? It's Rogue Theory.
It is. Also,
right.
And I'm all about it.
if you let me look at my notes, I put in bold, I'm assuming this is after WandaVision. And because she got her powers in WandaVision and Fantastic Four movie coming soon. I put so much weird shit in it. But it is Rogue Theory.
I love though that how many prominent lines are given to people we have no idea who they are. A man that comes out, he's Dr. Doom, and he screams, "Reed, show yourself!" And we're like, we don't know either of you.
Who is Reed? The people at the little bistro are like, who the what the We love it.
Oh, those people, that's a little kid that was falling into the hole. What the
It's Tommy's cousin.
My bistro!
My bistro! Aw.
Great. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty exciting. I don't know if Owusu's going to be able to top that.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Yeah. I just want to let you guys know that there is something on the line here. The winner of our, Supreme Court cases, only one person wins. The government and rich people.
Justice,
but aside from
liberty.
Yeah, Lady Liberty. I just want to give a quick shout out to the new Rockstars merch store. That is where our prize is going to come from. Whoever wins gets any item from the new Rockstars merch store shipped to them free of charge with just the price of the item and shipping. It's not too late to end 2020 right with some super cool merch. We got hats, we got shirts, hoodies, masks. We got that silly "Hi, I'm Erik Voss" shirt that is really confusing people when little kids are wearing it and they're being picked up or not picked up because they have the wrong name on them. What would the three of you who are up here in the running for winning, what are you thinking about getting yourself from the store if you win?
Well, I really like New Rockstars' apparel, especially the New Rockstars Speedo male thong for swimming. I think it'll really spice up my winter, and I'll go into 2021 that much more stylish with it on.
Yeah.
Tommy, you got a pair on?
That was unrelated. Yeah. Just real quick, that Speedo does make you infertile, but if that's what you're going for,
wouldn't be the first time.
Speed away.
Hey, that's less MCU movie tickets I got to buy in the future, so bring them on.
There you go. Jessica, what are you looking for?
I kind of want the Erik Voss shirt because I want to be a child that doesn't get picked up.
Yeah, or to commit crimes and get away with them.
I'm Erik Voss as soon as I rob a bank.
It's gonna be like the Pelican Brief. No, what's that movie called? The one with Pierce Brosnan, and there's several Pierce Brosnans, and they
Thomas Crown Affair.
Thomas Crown Affair. It's all just a bunch of Erik Vosses trying to steal a painting.
And Eric, what do you want?
I want the new Rockstars merch store version of the vaccine because I can't get on the wait list for Pfizer or Moderna's. But if I can get
real
one
quick, just so you know, the vaccine causes fertility. So you know,
Okay.
teach their own. Give it to Tommy.
More like a waxine.
or a Wancine?
Yeah.
Don't encourage this.
Nobody wants the new Rockstars bomber jacket.
Well, the bomber
Yeah.
jacket too.
Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah.
I love bombs.
Yeah, jackets
Eric's
are mine.
mom bought a bomb.
She did.
Isn't that true?
Bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bada, bum,
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 bum.
bum, bum, bada, bum. All right, guys. So make sure to check out the New Rockstars merch store, newrockstarsmerch.com, to get yourself whatever these people, these winners and losers are going to get. And then real quick, before we move on to our final theory, we did something really fun on our Discord. Our Discord is for New Rockstars patrons, and as we've been wrapping up this season of Rogue Theory on the channel, they've been actually wrapping up a season of internal Rogue Theory on the Discord where they play against each other, and we did the playoffs, and now all year has led to this. From our Patreon Discord, we have the winner of our Rogue Theory Discord playoff series. All the winners came back, but this was the one theory that takes the grand prize of getting to pitch their theory right here on the show. John, play the tape.
Hi guys, Pharaoh Jeff here from the New Rockstars Discord server, pitching my theory that won the Rogue Theory tournament. Our prompt was from John James, and he asked us to pitch a movie based off a board game such as Battleship or Clue. After surviving an attack that cost him his family and puts his best friend into a coma, Willem Dafoe wakes up in a hospital surrounded by detectives, and the lead detective is played by Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx asks him a question, but we find out that Willem Dafoe can't actually speak. He can only communicate by drawing pictures. The nurse introduces him as Peter Pictionary. Jamie Foxx is actually able to go from location to location based off the clues he's guessing from Pictionary's drawings. We find out in the end the true culprits are actually the Parker brothers who kidnapped Peter Pictionary. At the climax of the movie, it actually seems as if the Parker brothers are going to win, but the detective gets a call from the hospital telling him that his best friend woke up from her coma, but she can't speak either. She can only communicate in wild gestures. The nurse then introduces her to him as Sharon Charades, and the credits roll.
Oh. Wow.
Very good. Better than any of you, myself included. Give it up one more time for our Patreon Discord Rogue Theory champion.
Yeah.
Any item from the New Rockstars merch store sent to that person with at full price with cost of shipping. All right.
Stop saying that.
All right. Thanks to everybody who participated in the contest. If you guys want to be part of future events like that, just go ahead and join our Discord community by becoming a patron at patreon.com/New Rockstars. Finally, Eric won. Eric Owusu.
All right.
Eric
What have you to
stands for Eric
offer?
One.
Yeah. What have you to offer the Supreme Speculation Court?
Well, Thank you, Your Highness, Majesty, the Honorable, respectable High Court Justice of the land.
Stop sucking
Go
up.
on.
No one
Add
likes a
more
brown
suck.
noser.
We love it.
Too late, my nose is already brown.
That doesn't count. That doesn't
Melanin
count.
for the win. Melanin for the win.
So Voss is the only one that loses. Got it.
By default. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Phase 4 and Phase 5 are going to be gnarly, and we're kicking it off, as Erik Voss said, with WandaVision. I like to call it WandaVision because I have a Midwestern accent.
Okay.
Now, so in WandaVision, and to see that face that Jessica makes at me. So in WandaVision, yes, the big baddie will be Mephisto, who will be played by Evan Peters, who played Quicksilver.
Beat for beat. Let's get Erik Voss's theory back out here.
But I think he's going to be a bigger, more integral part of Phase 4 than Erik Voss thought or said. I think he's going to create a lot of mischief all throughout the multiverse in the MCU coming up for our heroes to do battle against. So I think, well, my big theory that you guys liked from this year was that in WandaVision, Mephisto comes in, he tears things apart. He's created this hell for Wanda to be in, torturing her with the memories of Vision, making her think that she can bring Vision back, and the Vision is there and they have kids and all, the whole nine. I think that still happens. But I think also in the process, Mephisto will create the Ghost Rider, okay?
Ooh.
So the Ghost Rider...
The Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider. Not
Like,
the one
he wrote
from
the script?
PBS.
The Ghost Rider.
No, not that Ghost Rider starring Samuel L. Jackson, who now plays Nick Fury, which would be actually really fun.
Whoa, okay, whoa, okay, whoa, my mind just went
Not
places.
and not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ghost Rider.
No.
We need so
No.
much clarity on this Ghost Rider. It's not even fun.
Ghost Rider is a Marvel superhero. In the movies that Fox and Marvel made back in the day, he was played by Nicolas Cage. He's a guy on a motorcycle with a black leather jacket and a skull that's on fire. That's Ghost Rider.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So he's a Marvel hero, kind of anti-hero, who was created by Mephisto because Mephisto got his soul in exchange for life and superpower so he could save his family member, blah, blah, blah.
The classic deal with the devil that we all make.
There it is.
Yeah.
So Mephisto has created Ghost Rider. He will be in the MCU, and my big theory was that he will be played by Nicolas Cage once again in the MCU now. And later down the line, when there's the new Spider-Man movie and there's all the Spider-Men from all over the multiverse, one of such who was in Miles Morales' Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was Spider-Man Noir, who was voiced by Nicolas Cage. So at some point during this MCU Phase 4, Ghost Rider, played by Nicolas Cage, is going to run into Spider-Man Noir, voice acted by Nicolas Cage, and they will have a big face-off in this Marvel movie coming up that I'm not sure which one will happen, probably in the Spider-Man movie. So, yes.
Eric, your whole case hinges on this.
Yes.
Okay. We need to hear that scene between Nicolas Cage, Spider-Man Noir,
Yes.
facing off against Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider, in Nicolas Cage voice. I will give you two options. You can perform this yourself, or you can assign it to either of your fellow panelists, whichever you think is going to turn out better for you.
Yes.
Making them look bad, making yourself look good or bad. What do you think?
Thank you, Your Honorable Justice Majesty. All right, now I will play Nicolas Cage playing Ghost Rider, and I will have Tommy Bechtold play Nicolas Cage playing.
Excuse me. No one on the judges.
Okay, fine,
side.
that's fine.
You can't involve a judge in your
Okay,
case.
that's right.
Tommy,
He was crying. He was crying.
Tommy, stay up on the bench.
Why can't I be here?
See, look at the experience you're robbing us of.
Tommy's doing a Elizabeth Olsen impression up there. But what we need is all
Okay,
right,
we need
Eric,
another balance.
from
Okay.
your contestants.
Okay, I will pick Erik Voss to be Nicolas Cage playing Spider-Man Noir.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right,
I will.
big face-off scene.
I will kick us off as Ghost Rider, and you will respond as Spider-Man Noir. You ready, Voss?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All those years of improv.
Here we go.
Wasted.
So many
We
hundreds.
know. We all know.
Okay. Here I am. Now, who are you?
Who are you? You look like me, or you sound like me.
Well, no, you sound like me, except less fiery.
Oh, I saw my wife die. What happened to your wife?
She's chilling in the house, but I'm all fiery because my father is trapped in hell.
All right, real quick, and Voss, is your version of Nicolas Cage on like a window cleaning thing where he's going up and down the building?
Windows.
Oh my
Well, that's really cool.
Wait, who's through that window? That's Justice Tommy Bechtold. Who looks
I
like
could eat a
me?
peach for hours.
Elizabeth Olsen! What's she doing here? All right, thank you very much. That classic face-off. Ironically, a face-off scene not featuring face-off Nicolas Cage. Eric, please take back your theory and bring it home.
Oh my god, that motorcycle.
Okay. So
Is that what that was? It seemed like Doc in Back to the Future, like.
Everyone gets electrocuted.
Oh my god.
So Mephisto has more mischief to stir up because he also is involved with the Silver Surfer. And now in another theory I brought up earlier in the year, the Silver Surfer will...
Oh god, canceled, forget it.
Right there with Mephisto. Now, the Silver Surfer will skate over to Earth because at the end of the Deadpool 3 movie, my theory for that movie is that Deadpool will be tasked with assassinating Professor Xavier by a mysterious figure. So he'll go to war against the X-Men, and when they don't all kill each other, they realize they have the same common enemy who is revealed to be Mojo, the big, yellow, gross, intergalactic TV host personality, alien person.
Mojo.
I love this, but I have a question. Am I allowed to ask questions?
Go for it.
You could have been tearing each other apart the whole time.
I was trying.
Jessica's the only ruthless enough one, Jessica Clemons.
First off, this stinks. No, but so
the critic. I mean,
you said you said at the end of Deadpool 3 that he's going to be tasked to kill Xavier, correct?
No, so that would be the beginning catalyst of Deadpool 3.
You think
is
it's
that
the
a
beginning?
mysterious figure
So
tells
where
Deadpool to kill?
can you give me like the tie-in between Deadpool 2 and that catalyst then? Because why is he working with the X-Men at the end of Deadpool 2 so clearly, and they're in love with like Colossus and everybody, and then now they're gonna kill Xavier? I don't understand why he would do that.
I'll tag in time travel.
Hey,
Travel.
f- off. Hey, I didn't ask you.
to be fair, Eric, f*** off.
Okay.
She didn't ask you. No.
She did say to f*** off.
No.
Hey, she did ask the question of an Eric, so he is
Yes.
valid in
That's
jumping
true.
in.
Yeah.
I forget this is our sketch team all over
It's
again. I
Eric
hate
Whipple,
it.
yeah.
We can tag in
Well,
for
I
each
wasn't
other
on that team, so I
indiscriminately.
hate
Time
that.
travel.
All right.
Got it. Oh,
Time
no
travel.
more.
That's the answer for everything. Every time someone writes themselves into a corner, time travel.
All right.
Who's
all right,
going to play
is
the
that
Silver Surfer?
Yes. Okay. So yes. So
Nicolas
Mephisto
Cage?
has a tie-in with the Silver Surfer because in the comic books, Mephisto wants to take the Silver Surfer's soul. That's one of his big missions in the comic book. So that'll be his mission, and their main battle in the MCU movies coming up. Also, Mephisto in the comic books captured the Silver Surfer's lover. So that'll play into the movies, and that'll be kind of the ransom situation. The Silver Surfer will have to decide whether or not he trades his own soul to Mephisto for his lover that he sacrificed himself to take on the mantle of Silver Surfer to protect way back in the day when Galactus threatened his own planet. So
Who's the
that's how
lover?
the lover, I'm glad you asked,
Is it
because I have an
me?
answer for you. Yes, the lover's name is Jessica Clemons. The Silver Surfer's lover is named Shala Bal. They have weird alien names.
Uh-huh.
So Shala Bal is the Silver Surfer's lover.
So another character introduced.
Yes.
I'm gonna if I called out Jessica for it, I have to call you out for it too.
Yes.
This is a lot of new characters that we might not care about. I'll say the character that we know the most is just Mephisto. That theoretically may appear in WandaVision. Now, I'm gonna say you're off on a limb here, but I'm gonna reserve my opinion for how you're then implying that WandaVision ends if afterward Mephisto is still out and about running amok.
So, WandaVision ends with Wanda splitting the universe into a multiverse of madness. And that's where later down the line, Doctor Strange has to put everything back together. So it doesn't end happily, WandaVision. It just kind of sets everything up to get shattered into a million different fragments so that we have the live action kind of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, multiverse mini Spider-Man, and that's how we get the X-Men being brought into this universe. The Eternals will probably have something to do with all the intergalactic baddies and celestial beings fighting over control of things. You know, now
you learned from Zach being mad that Eric didn't bring up the Eternals.
I took notes myself.
I brought up cosmic entities.
Yes, cosmic entities. So since, the Infinity Stones are pretty much no longer in play, they got to figure out a way to have all this intergalactic space travel, high-flying cowboy stuff happen. And so this is how it'll happen with Wanda shattering the universe into the multiverse.
Can I ask a question? Will the switching TV channels of WandaVision be what triggers Mojo's network? Like he's got whatever his satellite TV and he's like,
who's messing with my remote?
Yeah. And that's how he comes across like these frequencies?
I like it, yes. Anytime Wanda decides to change the channel with a nose wiggle, just like
Elizabeth Montgomery or whatever.
Yep. Then that's when Mojo notices that channels are being changed and reality is being messed with.
Yeah. He's like the neighbor in Poltergeist. He's like, stop flipping the channel.
That's what I was thinking too. Football. Yeah. We all watched Poltergeist recently. And Justices, Zach and Tommy, do you have any follow-up questions for Councilman?
Yes, I don't. Did we get an answer to Tommy's question about who's going to play Silver Surfer?
Oh, I didn't even catch that question. I have
You started to answer it.
My answer for who will play the Silver Surfer is Carrot Top. He's going to shave his curly red locks. He's already got the body for it. Carrot Top is going to play Silver Surfer.
I do not want to see that body painted silver. I'll go out on a limb and say that right now.
Carrot Top nude, full carrot dong out, just sprayed.
Yep.
It'll
be the role that gets him an Oscar.
The fact that there's a Carrot Top implies that there's also a Carrot Bottom. And for me, that's all I need to know.
I'm into it now.
I don't know. Versatile carrots are where it's at. Zach, any questions for you?
I loved it. When in the upcoming timeline, this great battle between Silver Surfer and Mephisto, is this in a Silver Surfer movie? Like a standalone movie, or what property is this taking place in?
Is there a movie at all?
I see this happening as a B story in the Eternals, since Zach asked me the question.
This is your B story?
Whoa. This has been shot.
Theory.
This has already been shot. This already exists.
And your whole theory is the secondary story in
yes,
the movie The Eternals.
I go rogue.
He does. He goes rouge. He goes rouge.
It is very rogue to the Rogue Theory season finale championships to not go for what would be worth an A story in a side movie, but the secondary maybe love story in The Eternals. All right, it's pretty rogue. Eric, would you mind taking up your earbuds?
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, guys. I wish there was an offer code ROGUE25 to get 25% off these theories. Not brief. They are not brief tonight.
It's like a brief theory.
My computer is screaming from this file.
How are you gonna have the best of and not be? It can't be brief.
I'm just joking.
And if you want briefs, we do have New Rockstars briefs on newrockstarsmerch.com. They're lightning bolt briefs, the same pattern. This is true. They run a little small. I realize. Man, they got real. You notice you're wearing them.
Philip,
what's the best attic?
You're not talking these up.
It's not like you're wearing nothing at all. It's like everything at all once.
Philip, what's the smallest size I could buy that you think wouldn't be medically dangerous?
You know what? We can do a custom thing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and you and I Zoom later, and I'll try a few pairs.
We have a New Rockstars flag diaper.
Okay. That's a pivot.
And Zach, do you have anything?
I do love, as a fan of '90s X-Men comics, I love the Mojo inclusion.
Yes.
I don't think he's on anybody's radar for future big MCU villains. So
Mojo is the really kind, affirming person that all of the people who watch New Rockstars suggest that I should play in a Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it always makes me feel great when they comment that underneath. So guys, make sure you write that again. And I'll just continue to sit in my sister's basement riding that exercise bike until you say Thor.
Hey, we have a exciting announcement relating to exercise, but we'll save that for another video.
Okay.
All right, Eric, go ahead and put your earbuds back on. I do my Princess Leia sign language. All right, great. All right, and then I'm going to actually ask the three of you to do something I haven't seen on Rogue Theory in quite a while,
Ooh.
Eric. So starting with Erik Voss, and we're going to go down the line. Give it to me in a tweet.
Give what? Sorry.
Oh, see what you've done? She doesn't even know what I'm referencing. I want to hear your entirety of your theory just summarized in the length of one tweet.
Got it.
Okay. Mine are going to be, or my tweet is just going to be the 4 images of, they do that thing how they put 4 images together and they all kind of work. In the first quadrant, it is going to be WandaVision sipping. They're going to take that image of her sipping the pepper cash, but it's going to be like puke spilling over into Peter Parker from Into the Spiderverse, going like this, but the puke is like hitting his face. And behind him are going to be like emo Toby Peter Parker going pizza time, and then Andrew Garfield ugly crying. And then in the lower quadrant is going to be Doctor Strange. Just like doing his thing. But it's he's gonna be like spinning the portals in that moment where he's like, are you sure that's everyone? And then the fourth quadrant, it's going to be Picard playing chess.
But as Captain Picard, not as Professor X.
Yeah, it's
Got it.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah. Great. For assessment of that, I think it was a lot of visuals that Eric gave. So, John, if you are in support of Eric's theory, then, John, you can make that image and help us understand it. And if you don't want Eric to win, you don't have to make that image. It's up to you, John. His fate is in your hands, partially. Eric, Jessica was next. All right, Jessica, give it to us in a tweet.
Because it's a Disney franchise, we're gonna have a little fun with it. And because of what we're doing right here, we're gonna have a little fun with it. It's gonna be set up like the Brady Bunch corner blocks. All of the superheroes and villains are gonna be in different ones. Some are angry, some are confused, and it's gonna say over the poster that this is the image in it. It's gonna say over the poster, Avengers Secret Wars. There you go. And the tweet's gonna say, where you at? The whole party's here.
Just like the Marvel social media intern who like meant to text some of his boys.
Yeah, it was a draft in his tweet folder, and then he was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Great. All right, that really summarized your theory well. And Eric, go ahead and bring it home with the last tweet on Twitter.
Okay, last tweet on Twitter ever, because this is the year that everything blows up and ceases to exist.
We'll see.
Mine is going to be in Twitter format. One of my favorite memes is, when they're like, how it started and how things are going now, and it's got 2 pictures. So it's going to be how it started, and it's going to be a picture of Wanda Maximoff splitting the whole universe in shards with Mephisto above her, kind of with like puppet strings above her, almost like she's Pinocchio and he's Geppetto. And then how it's going is going to be a picture full of every single Marvel property that Marvel has control over right now, all running towards Mephisto with like their fist up, almost like that Avengers Assemble image from the beginning of Avengers Age of Ultron. But, everybody's going to be real teeny because they all got to fit in that little 1080 by 1080 box on Instagram.
Gotcha. We switched over to Instagram real quick there.
Oh, sorry, Twitter.
Nope, he already said Instagram.
Cross-platform strategy. Great. Yes,
Philip,
Yes.
if I may, I think I'd like to offer my tweet for this whole thing.
Is it going to rhyme?
We'll find out. Mephisto is a Mephisto as these experts exert their eerie theories. It won't take long for us to make a precision decision with these three purists of jurists.
Well done, Tommy. Yes. All right. Thank you. As every good judge, they make it about themselves.
I like beer. I drink beer.
With
These
T-Bar
are so
Squee.
wrong. Yeah. Squee, a sperm monkey.
DJ Squee. We went to Orioles games.
All right.
His dad kept a calendar.
Stop it!
Having
Going off the rails.
I'm going to mute Tommy in a second, but first I want.
That reminds me. Speaking of muting, right next to Syracuse is Fayetteville Manulus. They are a football powerhouse, and right next to that is Oneonta.
Okay. All right. So I'd like all of you three to take off your headsets while we deliberate. No, not you, Zach. What are you doing? Yeah. All right. So what do we think, guys?
I mean, it felt like an hour
feeling
ago that
great.
we heard these theories. I gotta say, all three excite me in different ways. For me, I think the idea of weaving in the Spiderverse and how that's going to explain all of the different Spider-Man villains is the most compelling to me in terms of what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that that's the roguest theory. I mean, Secret Wars would be so huge, right? Like
Right.
if they introduce Secret Wars, like that is earth-shattering to the MCU. So I don't know. And then Silver
So for
Surfer
you,
would as well.
But you're just throwing that in there. Now, if you're assigning roguies, are you imagining then what?
Got to give, in terms of cohesive planning, Erik Voss a solid amount of roguies. In terms of roguish theory, though, I think Secret Wars, to me, I mean, the idea of all of those characters, I do think with the big ones, your Cyclopses, your Wolverines, your Doctor Dooms, you don't necessarily need a backstory. That would be different than what the MCU has done before, but like, they're also, with Spider-Man, they interestingly gave the benefit of the doubt to the viewer, didn't they? They kind of just allowed us to know who Spider-Man was. I wonder if they'll do something similar with the X. And I'm going to give two to Owusu, 2 to Voss, 3 to Jessica.
Great.
Okay.
All right. And Zach?
See, I feel similarly to Tommy that Voss obviously has like a very well thought out, well researched, wonderful theory. If you're talking rogue, I actually lean Owusu a little bit, only because I really appreciated the motivations that he gave the characters. Both he and Jessica are throwing all kinds of new characters at us kind of willy-nilly, but I love like the motivation he gave Mephisto, Silver Surfer, Ghost Rider, right? Like even if we don't get multiple properties to kind of set these characters up, I love that they hit the ground running with like a specific directive other than fight the other people on the other side of this battle or whatever. So I to me, he might get my roguies. I'll give 2 to Owusu, 2 to Voss, 1 to Clemens.
Wow. All right. And then I think that I really appreciate all of their theory. I think that people went much more rogue than usual, and I appreciate that. I do think that for me, I need to care a lot about who we're watching on screen the most, and I relate to humans or humanized characters, and they're only humanized so it's not that we need an origin story, but rather if we're watching Silver Surfer without an origin story, and he's fighting Mephisto without an origin story, so then we're not really relating to that fight very much. So to me, unfortunately, that is a 1 for Eric Owusu. For Jessica, I do think that Tommy brought up a great point of like taking us for a ride and saying let's go for it, and not have to worry about origin stories so much. I some people would say, well, isn't that what my issue with Owusu's is? But she actually still has it anchored by characters we do know, with at least Captain America being there, potentially another Tony Stark or whatnot. But these are characters that we know and love that can kind of anchor the experience for us. So I'm going to give her 2. And then for Erik Voss, my sworn enemy, I'm going to say that his brain is designed for these moments, and he brings such a somber delivery to not somber but sober delivery to his, and somber to my life, sober delivery to his theories that we take them as not very rogue, but they still are very rogue.
Yes.
And he has an answer for everything that I throw at him. I'm going to give Erik Voss 3 roguies.
Voss is the
That
winner.
brings- Our total for Erik Voss would be 7. For Eric Owusu would be 5. And for Jessica Clemons would be 6.
Wow.
All right. So let's go ahead and they can all put their headphones back on. Everybody give the Princess Leia.
Yeah, we're back. Jessica.
Everybody do the Princess
very
Leia.
distracted by something.
We're never getting
else.
Jessica back.
Everybody.
Nope, she's done.
How are you telling she won?
Wait, what? That's
I'm here. I'm back. I was someone was like, "Oh, the Spotify year 2020 is up," and I was looking. I can't find mine, but sorry. What? Sorry. What did I miss?
Gotcha. Well, you were gonna win, but unfortunately,
No!
you ran out of time. We ran out of time for the show, so we don't know who won this episode. Guys, excellent theories across the board. Excellent contributions all year round. Eric and Jessica, you two have been really great on the show, and I really feel a lot better about not being on the show when you guys are on.
We wish we could have you back, guys. It's going to be really hard to say goodbye, but this is unfortunately
I don't understand.
this is the end of the road for you.
Oh, wait, who won? Who you won?
So, yeah,
Wait, is one of us winning and the other getting expelled off the island? Like, what's going on?
we were very clear. Whoever wins and whoever loses can get anything they want from newrockstarsmerch.com. Cost of shipping and the retail plus 10%. Okay,
Plus 10%.
So, all right, coming in third place with a traditional rogie is Eric Owusu. And what is that? Because there you go.
Give it to him.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Give the boy the
Yeah.
block.
It was very
He's not
tight.
even gonna. He's not gonna. It was. Everyone was within a point of each other. And Owusu is not even gonna bother turning that into anything on his end.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes. They materialized into some contact solutions. So thank you, guys.
practical.
Merry Christmas
Well,
to me.
Keep in contact. Keep in touch. We're never gonna see you again.
There it is. Happy
all right.
Festivus to y'all, too.
All right. And in second place, getting the Silver Rogie, which has not made an appearance in quite a while, is coming in with 6 points total, is Jessica Clements.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you.
There you go.
Came in as this spoon.
Ooh,
It
also
stayed
silver.
the same color. Yeah.
Yes,
right.
I stayed on brand, unlike some people. Woo woo.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do with your silver spoon?
I'm gonna go eat the rich with it.
Merry
Scoop
Christmas
their
to us
brains.
all.
Which, again, the only other time it's been given, once again, the Golden Rogie to Erik Voss.
Wow.
Baby hungry.
Ooh.
Not the mama.
Take it back. Take it back now.
A Lego Thanos.
Oh,
Wow.
very nice.
That's pretty cool.
Your family got that for
Wow.
you.
Give it to me.
I got it for myself.
Oh, nice. Eric, do you have any parting words as the champion of Rogue Theory for 2020? The worst year ever?
You mother the loser.
Oh, great.
No.
Yeah.
Parting words. Thank you all.
needed him.
Yes, thank you
all
so much
right,
for that.
guys, so yeah. So,
Now you know how it feels.
I'm saving his career by not letting the sound play.
I mean, he's gone further south than Binghamton, New York, which is just right at the border of Pennsylvania, and just a
Gotta
little
mute it.
bit.
Okay, great. All right. Well, hey, Eric, Jessica, Zach, you're the only one could still talk. Guys, thank you so much for this whole year, but also thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for participating in the Rogue Theory contest on the Discord. You guys are great. That's it for this episode of Rogue Theory and for all Rogue Theory in 2020. Thanks so much to our guests. You can find you guys on Twitter,
Yeah.
your handles.
Yeah, I'm mostly on Instagram. I feel bad for those of you that follow me on Twitter and then message me to keep up with my Twitter. I'm not good on it. I'm
Right.
not good.
Great. So do not follow Jessica Clements.
Not on Twitter. No.
Not on Twitter. Not on Twitter.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
OnlyFans. I don't have that either. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
I'm joking.
god.
But you're not a fan. And Eric?
Yes, I'm on Twitter and Instagram, but follow me on Twitter at @OwusuKid. That's where I will tweet and retweet the funniest things I encounter, which are usually baby koalas falling out of trees.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I'm
monster.
following.
God.
I'm following right now.
All right, and then at Tommy Bechtold and
You can
Zach,
follow
what are
me
your
on
off-screen-
Twitter at Proud Boys for
No.
all updates.
Muted.
Cuddly Santa, no! I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Thanks to Santa. No.
I have a Elgato like hotkey keyboard thing that it just is set to mute Tommy at a moment's notice. All right, so we're gonna take a short break on Rogue Theory. We're gonna come back next year with a fresh season of Rogue Theory with some fun changes that we're really excited about. To hear those changes, don't forget to subscribe to the Rogue Theory podcast feed. Stay tuned to the YouTube channel for this and other shows. A really exciting new show that we're gonna drop in the new year that I'm pumped up about. Give you some clues there. Follow us on Twitter at New Rockstars. I'm Filup Molina. Hey guys, have a merry holiday.
I love you.
We love
Happy Festivus, one and all.
Happy
Eric is
Festivus.
lying.
All right, Owusu, time to air your grievances.
Well, for one thing, there's not enough
All right.
turkey.